All right, so next up is Time Crisis 2 by SonicAnim. Now this is a very interesting run because, as you can see, we've got two POVs because this game requires the use of a gun controller.
That's correct, yes. So I am running this technically on, it's technically a PlayStation 2 sort of like emulator, but as you can see, this is a light gun right here, a retro shooter one, which is an infrared gun. So it's a kind of like a very specific setup I've got for this pretty much. And I don't know if you can actually see this or not, just in case there's a foot pedal here as well. So rather than using the buttons on the gun to hide and also sort of come out of cover, I can actually use the pedal instead of that. Okay, so hopefully we're ready to go by the sound of things.
I believe we are.
Yeah, right, let's just make sure, hang on a second, just a few more guns, make sure the gun's good.
Yeah. Tech, can we get volume down on Runner, please?
Okay, so that's fine. Right, so I am going to move into the arcade. And as you can see there, difficulty is set to very hard mode. So as a result of that, on top of the accuracy rates, which I'll explain at some point during the run, they'll actually be increased by a further 10 to 15% on top of the normal estimates. Okay, so hopefully we are ready. So I'm going to give a countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and we're off.
Right, so just in case anyone's aware of sort of like basic story stuff, not that it really matters these days. So there is a guy known as Inresto Diaz who has a company known as Neodyne Industries. Technically, it should be a front. What he says is to actually say a satellite company. His ambition is to actually launch a nuclear satellite into space. So as the agents, we are sent out to actually stop him in that regard for the VSSE. Okay, so let's get into this then, if that's the case then. The one thing you'll notice off the bat is I'm going to be doing something. These two orange-colored enemies, these are known in, I'm calling them junctions. So which one you shoot first will depend on which route you actually take through the game. So I'm always going to be looking for the most optimal route in terms of like transitions and enemy sort of like viewpoints in order to get through the game, hopefully as quick as possible here. Oh, I missed you. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just get these enemies out. Oh, don't you notice there, those red bullets, they are critical hits. So if they're actually going to like that, they will damage me if I don't actually duck behind cover fast enough. Right, so we're going to take the left path here.
Yeah, but even still, you're doing very well at dodging at the moment. you're being very quick on that foot pedal there.
I can be a little bit quicker in honesty. Sometimes, like, say, speaking and also sort of like trying to shoot at the same time is very tricky for me, but doing my best here pretty much. Right, so I've got Jack off.
Oh no, I understand the pressure.
Nice score, the Rocketeers at the top there. Right, so, oh, got with that enemy there. Right, so there should be an enemy at the bottom. There we go. So, you get all the Rocketeers at the top. What they'll give you is the opportunity to get maybe like a fast truck ending. So it kind of cuts about a second or two off that sort of like explosion with the truck. It's only really necessary if you're going for like really fast times here. Right, so we got barrels. Gonna make sure I shoot the barrels here as I'm coming up. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness me, I am... Oh, but you are being very saucy here. My goodness. Like, calm down. Right, so hopefully I'm going to look for Jackoff's hat. Good, right. So I'm looking to shoot Jackoff's hat in this stage. I'm looking for 4 times to actually sort of like shoot his hat off, because if I get that, that means I'll get a secret route in order to sort of like finish off the stage a lot quicker.
Oh, I see. So this is kind of remind me of Star Fox a little bit, where if you take certain routes, you do get into a different secret path.
Correct, yeah. I mean, generally this is a 2-player game, so you're generally locked in to a certain route if you're doing that. But it's a bit different for the solo route. Right, bear with me. Oh, missed you there, that's fine. I was looking for a single clip there to try and take out those like 4 enemies there.
Got the hat there.
Right, I'm looking for one more hat. I missed you, that's a shame. Right, so here we go. There's one more hat, so like opportunity coming up here. Gotcha. Right, so that's going to be very helpful for us. Right, take out the knife enemy here. Right, so originally we would actually have to sort of grab a machine gun and take out a tank. We're actually going to take out a bunch of bonus point enemies instead, which is actually makes it faster to deal with. There we go.
Very nice. Not even 5 minutes in, we've already cleared 2 areas.
Yes, pretty much. Right. So this area coming up is going to be a little bit tricky because we're going to be in a speedboat. So already it's going to be affecting my aim pretty much throughout most of this area, pretty much in terms of my viewpoint, except for this little bit here. So get these out. Right, so there's going to be some miniguns here. So I want to try and shoot in the middle to try and we can take them both out, but we got quite a bit of damage on there. This one's a little bit tricky because even though we're bobbing around and such, the camera will fixate on one enemy pretty much at a time. So it can make it very tricky, to be honest, to actually take out certain enemies, especially ones that actually come on and off the screen like very quickly. Right, take that bonus enemy out there.
Very nice. Yeah, even still in the water, your accuracy is very, very good, I'm seeing.
Pretty much because of like a lot of it's a lot of memorization and also sort of like reactions pretty much for this as well.
Yes, but even still, you have to be very, very quick about it.
You do, absolutely, yeah. I mean, really, I could just let this sequence play out if I really wanted to, because it doesn't really do sort of like do a lot for it, apart from jack off here. Take him out. 1, 2, and there should be 3 shots here. There we go, in the middle, that takes him out. And that's stage 1 over with.
Very nice.
So, enemy accuracy rates in this game can sort of like fluctuate depending on the types of enemies you have on screen. So, you have blue enemies, which you can see, which generally have about a 40 to 55% sort of hit rate, where put out by sort of like critical hits. White enemies can be about 50 to 60%. And then red enemies, their first bullet, in terms of like critical hits, is always guaranteed, like to actually hit you. So you always have to be watching out for them. You also got these like green enemies or sort of like special weapon enemies with like knives, machine guns, grenades, rocket launchers. They will generally always target you. So we have to be very careful about those as well. That combined with the very hard sort of like addition of like I said, 10 to 15% additional accuracy, you've got to really sort of like watch out for that pretty much. And we've got to prioritize enemies based on those sort of like percentages, and also enemies that duck behind cover quickly as well.
So what I'm hearing is this requires actually quite a bit of planning and strategy.
It does, yeah. Like you have to really practice over and over again which enemies to take out and when, because some enemies, like I say, they will duck behind cover very quickly and then take a long time to come back out. You really want to take them out whilst watching for the enemies that will actually give you a critical hit.
But, yeah, so this is a very brutal game to speedrun, it sounds like that.
It can be, but it's not as brutal as some other games in the series, but yeah, like especially if you're playing this game on very hard mode, it does take a lot of time actually to sort of like just practice and just sort of like get used to things. Right.
Yes, not least because you have to get used to the interface of the gun.
Yeah. Here we go. Right, so this is the only time we're going to have a machine gun here for this little truck. Right, watch out for the tree. And then I'm going to want to aim for the gun to take it out because there's less hit points. So we're going to want to go down the bottom here. Right, watch out for this. No. Do not hit me, knife enemy. I do not want to be stabbed. There we go. Right, so ahead. Right. Now there's going to be some points where we can skip a few scenes. So here we're going to shoot this crane, take out all the enemies, and then we've got these barrels here on the right. And we're actually going to shoot the one on the right. That's actually a hidden junction. So what that will allow us to do, is go down the right-hand side of the train, which makes my viewpoint perhaps a little bit easier to sort of like take out certain enemies. Oh, missed that bonus enemy there to go and set off a bit quicker, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no harm done.
Right, so there's going to be a little enemy on the right sneaking up here. I want to try and take him out as he's poking up. Oh.
Wow, that is a lot of them hiding there.
Yes, there are.
Very deceptive.
I don't know, to be honest, how they all sort of like cram in there, to be honest.
Yeah, because I looked at it first, like, oh, there's like only like 5 of them in there. No, there's like 3 times that many.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, so going to take out these enemies on the train. Really, this is also a hidden bonus junction area. Because there were 2 yellow enemies on the other side of the train as it was zooming past. What you can actually do is you shot both of them, you would actually be jumping over to the train, but we don't really want to do that. And so now with this path, I've got to watch out for these pylons and then actually take out the enemies. Get some quick shots off here before the pylons actually sort of like reach us. There we go. Take another one out there before sort of like it actually hits us.
Very nice bonus.
Right, so now we're going to like get up here onto here. So there's going to be a cannon that will come out here sort of like in a little bit. Once I take out these enemies, I'm going to load a whole magazine into it. Take out the enemies. And then the cannon explodes as a result of that. Right. This is another area, actually, which is a bit of an auto-scroller. I could actually, like, stay behind cover if I really wanted, just let it play out. But it's not really, well, I mean, you could just let it play out for fun, but I want to just sort of like show off a bit of accuracy here, pretty much.
Yeah, because again, that looked to be quite a difficult area with lots of different moving targets, especially as you were going in between trains there.
Yes, exactly. This boss is annoying. So, Buff Ryan here, he takes about 30 hits to sort of like deal with. But his minigun, when he fires at you, it all delivers critical hits. So I need to change my grip to a bit more of a rapid fire action here in order to get more bullets off when he's right in front of me in order to deal that damage. See, so every one of those is a critical hit. There we go. I mean, we could actually deal sort of like more bullets to him there in order to like get damage off. Well, so just a point, really. Yeah, so now he's actually picked up a giant missile.
As you do.
Yes, exactly. So he hasn't really skipped arm day as a result of that. Right, so he has a certain point in his animation when he's actually vulnerable. So I want to really try and get some quick hits. I don't think I'm going to hit. No, I missed that cycle off there, but that's fine. Not really major deal. Right, so I'm going to switch my grip back to try and deal with the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact he was just trying to bonk you on the head with a missile. That's really funny.
Well, yeah, exactly. Go figure, to be honest. And he has to retreat back to a helicopter. There we go there. So, one single magazine there in order to take him out. Because if you can get 8 bullets off, like when he's like really close up, you just need that one single magazine, which is like about 9 bullets. And because he appears at the same spot, he's always like, say, pretty easy to sort of like take out, to be honest, once you get used to it.
Yeah, it's a very consistent pattern.
Right. Am I missing anything else here? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. So, another thing you might have seen as well, quite a few enemies in this game, I'm actually hitting hopefully about 2 to 3 times, or trying to sort of like get headshots off. When you hit someone 3 times, it's called a chase shot. So we want to do that because it will actually make the enemies like fall over quicker. Whereas if you hit them with just sort of like 1 bullet, they'll probably just sort of like keel over like a sack of potatoes. And ideally when you're going fast, then you want to try and sort of like get that chase shot off, or try and get a headshot off for that. And at the same time as well, you've also got some scene randomization as well. Because there's about most scenes in this game have about 2 or 3 different types of enemy patterns that you need to sort of like memorize. So that can actually change how you actually sort of like tackle those particular scenes with the enemies you take out.
Do any of them have a specific time disadvantage that you can't avoid?
Not really, no. There's not really, oh, hello there. There isn't really a disadvantage in that regard. It's just that you've got to know that, otherwise you will actually lose time. Whereas here, this is a total whack-a-mole, because these 10 enemies that appear are random. So they will actually, each one will trigger off another one. I know where they're actually going to pop up, but I don't know when they're actually going to pop up. So I always have to like memorize their position.
I see, so this is just a pure test of awareness.
That is, yes. Right, got that blue enemy there before he ducked away, because that one is a really fast one. There's another knife enemy up the top here. Nice, got you there before you jumped away. Right, again here, I'm looking for headshots here. That one in the back there doesn't matter, like it was the white one that mattered in order to process the scene. And here's Wild Dog, who blew himself up pretty much in the first game. And somehow he's made a return.
I mean, I think that arm makes a lot of sense. He's clearly been turned into a cyborg.
Oh, I don't, one will obviously can't know if he really is a cyborg or not, but it is a serious tradition where he will actually blow himself up.
I think that just confirms my theory.
Ah, you sneakies. Git. Okay, never mind. Right, so please do not shoot me, Wild Dog. Oh no, I am going to duck away for safety. Ah, that sucks there, that's fine.
Still on really good pace thus far.
Absolutely, yeah. Right, so now we got a boss area with not just Wild Dog, but also with Risto. With him sort of like having this rocket launcher to deal with. So this is a whole standard area. So I know where everything is going to pop up. It's all about my accuracy and reactions to actually sort of like deal with this. Right, so let's go for this. Oh, missed you there behind that pipe, doesn't matter. Right, so now we've got Risto coming up here. And funny enough, if you're quick enough, you can actually catch Wild Dog as he's actually a dive kick in the ally.
Yeah, I saw you accidentally shot your teammate there. Rip.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Like, yeah. He is useless at the end of the day. Ah, nice, got that there. Now I'm going to go for some helicopters. Nice.
But yeah, I'm noticing here there are some way smaller hitboxes on this area.
Yeah, right. Let's get rid of Wild Dog here, because this will be a pretty easy thing, and I can explain about those helicopters. So those helicopters have a lot of hit points. What you can do is if you shoot the pilot, which is a very small target, you will actually sort of like, they have less hit points. So you'll actually down the helicopters like a lot faster as a result of that.
Ah.
You fools.
And here's the series tradition. Blows up. Doesn't matter, he'll be back. Spoilers.
Oh no, anyway.
Right, so now Arista's taken our agent friend hostage. I've got to try and shoot around her in order to take out Arista. But, funnily enough, he'll always appear, he'll have a hitbox on the left pretty much. Ah, no. That sucks.
It's alright, you got this.
Right, so now I've got to avoid this mechanism coming at me. Wait for that to come back. I can't advance this any faster. Right, shoot this junction guy on the right. There we go. So yeah, it always has a hitbox on the left of our ally, even though sort of like he doesn't actually appear straight away. So before he actually sort of like ducks out, we can actually sort of like shoot him. So this last little sequence involves us taking out an entire prototype satellite. So there's about 100 bullets or so that's needed in order to sort of like destroy the satellite, and then about another 40 or 50 bullets for the next scene. So I'm going to be switching back to my rapid fire grip in order to take out the satellite here.
This is not a real
All right, best of luck for this stage. Also, I will say, I think a specific bullet count to take out a flippin' nuclear missile is a little bit unrealistic, but maybe that's just
It
me.
would be pretty much, yes. You're going to be, yes, you are. A bit minimal, well, average R&D. You're going to fire at me? Yes, you are, laser. Please do not fire at me again. The laser can be sort of like quite, oh no, you're going to be nasty to me here, okay. That laser is and missiles are quite RNG here, focused. You're going to, really? Are you going to be sort of like, okay, I get how it is, video game. Right, so, gotta watch out for the satellite trying to collide with me. There we go, take out the missiles. Now I've got to avoid the laser. Right, so about another 30, 40 bullets here in order to take this out. I will say time is coming up, by the way, once I shoot in Bristow for the last time.
All right, Tech, be on the ready, please.
There we go, so it's turning round. Right, so going to be constantly looking for that last shot here. Time.
All right, there we have it, folks. 1930 on Time Crisis 2. All right, very well done, SonicAnim, and thank you so much for coming on stream today.
Cheers to that. So I'm just going to have a look at my in-game time quickly, and then I suppose I could just quickly do some shout-outs and such to sort of like end the video, but if I've got time.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a green flag.
Okay, so let's have a look and see what time was. 13:20. I mean, that's okay. I mean, the main thing was 1 credit clear, so that was my main goal, for to be honest with this. And a rank. So I'll tell you what, for this place. I mean, unless of course you want to shorten your acronym perhaps to a 3-letter one for the future.
Warwick's awesome speedruns. I mean, I guess that could work, but then you lose the association with the keyboard combo.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I mean, sort of like it's okay in that sense. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yeah. I mean, thank you to folks at WASD for having me here to sort of like show off a light gun speedrun, which is probably a little bit more sort of like a little bit more unique in this sort of like space for a marathon. Also to obviously folks at UKSG who sort of like gave me my first attempt as well, obviously to sort of like do a speedrun marathon. Obviously, if anyone is watching from this, I really appreciate you, so thank you. And obviously, special fact, I've got to give them who we're raising money for. I volunteered for them now about 3 times within the past sort of like 2.5 years, and they do absolutely incredible work. And I know sort of like Maddie organising the events and such, and also rounded up volunteers, sort of like, she's absolutely amazing with sort of like obviously getting obviously the word out to sort of like a public events, and everyone else that obviously works out, who works as special effect as well. Absolutely incredible. And the fact that I'm actually sort of like here to be able to help raise money for a really good cause, being sort of like very inclusive, be more inclusive for people playing video games, and not just that either, but sort of like the work they do with like eye gaze, the eye gaze software, where sort of like if people have spinal injuries, or the bubble buster, especially if you've got sort of like children going through sort of like surgery or treatment that requires them to not be able to have sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Contact with their friends and obviously with school, such. It's absolutely incredible work that they do, and obviously for developers and such, providing tools for them to sort of like make for accessibility, which is which is good for a lifelong hobby, not just of mine, but also everyone else here. So obviously, thank you very much. And yeah, that's it. So off to the next speedrun in that case.
Well, yes, but first of all, you're seeing my ugly mug, which means we've got some more donations in. But I do want to say, in response to SonicAnim, we're very proud to have been working with Special Effect for the past. How long have we been working with them? About 5 years.
I mean, we've done WAS since 2016, and we've supported them the whole time. So as far as
I'm not sure if your mic is on. You might need to bring it closer.
Hello, can you? Yeah, you can hear me.
But yeah, again, massive thank you to SonicAnim for the Time Crisis 2 run. It's a very unique run. I don't think we've ever seen a run with an infrared gun before, but it's very nice to see and a very welcome addition. Anyway, without further ado, we have had another 3 donations come in. First of all, from Saint Guys 34, £10. Go SonicAnim, another great choice. I am very much inclined to agree. Odin for £20. Big up, Waz, to keep going, gamers. That's what we're doing.
Social
And,
by social.
and then bringing up our total to 666.66. £5.45 from Warwick Speedrun themselves, apparently. Don't ask. The devil made me do it. I think I know who did it, but I'm not gonna say. But anyway. I don't believe that brings us closer to. That does bring us closer to the next goal, but we have not surpassed any more at this point. Again, reminder: the next goal is at £876 and 64 pence to shove a cucumber through somebody's letterbox. With that, we are going to take a brief intermission as we prepare for our next run, which will be Cuphead by Loser.
We also need a bit of time to recover from SonicAnim's run because I got to say that was bloody amazing.
Yeah,
like, he actually brought such great energy.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was a fantastic run, and yeah, I've got a headache, so I think I need to go to co-op and grab a drink.
Yeah, absolute highlight. Yeah, added to the collection of just bloody good runs we've had so far.
Yes,
already.
and so I am very happy to have been able to have commentated for that. All right, with that, I am off. I will see you guys shortly.